Welcome to Anything Curious, the most random channel on YouTube. Today, I'm curious about clowns. They can go from hee, look at that silly man with all of the face paint and the silly outfit making balloon animals for the 3-year-olds, to knife-wielding fiends in bad movies and our worst nightmares chasing us around cackling. That's a pretty big range of clowns. So let's take a look, shall we? Are they there to entertain us or murder us in painful ways? It just might be both. These questions about clowns are actually very serious for many who have a particular phobia about clowns. More on this later in the video. You know, we talk about a lot of things here. Love, life, that weird smell in your car that you just can't seem to find. It's like a never-ending mystery, right? One moment, everything's fine, and the next you're on a wild goose chase trying to figure out where that odd scent is coming from. But that's what makes life interesting, doesn't it? The little quirks and unexpected moments. But today, we're diving into something truly terrifying. Clowns. Yes, you heard that right. Clowns. Those colourful, exaggerated characters that are supposed to bring joy and laughter. But for some, they bring nothing but sheer terror. Okay, before you switch the channel, I promise this isn't a prank. We're not here to scare you, but to understand why clowns can be so frightening to some people. It's a topic that's both intriguing and a bit mysterious. We're talking about coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. It's a real thing. And it's more common than you might think. In fact, many people experience a deep-seated fear when they see a clown, and it's not something to be taken lightly. It's a real thing, people. And it's not just a minor discomfort. For some, it's a full-blown phobia that can cause intense anxiety and panic attacks. Imagine trying to enjoy a circus or a birthday party, only to be paralyzed by fear at the sight of a clown. And it's more common than you might think. Studies have shown that a significant percentage of the population has some level of fear or discomfort around clowns. It's fascinating how something meant to be entertaining can have such a different effect on people. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, clowns are supposed to be funny. They juggle, they make balloon animals, they trip over their own feet. They're the epitome of harmless fun, right? They juggle, they make balloon animals, they trip over their own feet. And you're right, they do all those things. But there's more to the story. There's something about those painted smiles and oversized shoes that just sends shivers down some people's spines. It's like there's an underlying creepiness that can't be ignored. It's like they're hiding something behind that makeup, something sinister. And that unknown element is what makes them so terrifying. So, if you've ever found yourself breaking out in a cold sweat at the sight of a clown, don't worry, you're in good company. Many people share this fear, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, understanding it can help you cope with it better. Today, we're going to explore the wacky, weird, and sometimes downright scary world of clowns and why they freak so many of us out. We'll delve into the history of clowns, their role in entertainment, and the psychological reasons behind coulrophobia. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this fascinating journey into the world of clowns. Let's be honest, folks. Clowns aren't exactly known for their natural beauty. Their faces are a canvas of chaos, a riot of colours and shapes that defy conventional aesthetics. I mean, have you ever looked closely at a clown's makeup? It's a meticulous process, almost like a ritual. Each stroke of paint, each dab of powder is carefully applied to create a character that is both whimsical and unsettling. The exaggerated features, the bright red noses, the eyes that seem to follow you everywhere you go, it's enough to give anyone the creeps. These elements are designed to be larger than life, to capture attention and evoke a reaction, whether it's laughter or fear. And then there's the whole unpredictable factor. Clowns thrive on spontaneity, on the unexpected. Their antics are a blend of comedy and chaos, a performance that keeps you on the edge of your seat. One minute they're making you laugh with a squeaky horn, a sound so absurd it breaks through any tension. The next, they're spraying you with a water gun that's been hiding in their pants for who knows how long. It's this blend of humour and surprise that makes clowns so unpredictable, and sometimes a little bit scary. You never know what you're going to get with a clown, and that element of surprise can be pretty unsettling, even for the bravest among us. It's a performance art that plays with our expectations and emotions. Think about it. We rely on facial expressions to read people's emotions. A smile, a frown, a raised eyebrow. These are all cues that help us navigate social interactions. But with clowns, All those social cues are hidden behind a mask of makeup. The painted smile or frown is a permanent fixture, giving us no real insight into the person behind the mask. We can't tell if they're happy, sad, or plotting to steal our noses. This ambiguity can be disconcerting, leaving us unsure of how to react. And that, my friends, is the stuff of nightmares. The unknown, the unpredictable, the masked emotions. It's a perfect recipe for fear. So next time you see a clown, take a moment to appreciate the artistry of their makeup. It's a skill that requires precision and creativity, transforming a human face into a living cartoon. But maybe keep a safe distance. After all, you never know what tricks they have up their sleeves, or in their oversized shoes, like a bloody butcher knife or handcuffs. You know, just in case. Clowns are a fascinating blend of art and mischief, a reminder that sometimes the line between laughter and fear is thinner than we think. Their performances are a dance of balance and skill, juggling not just objects, but our emotions as well. They walk a fine line, teetering between the hilarious and the horrifying. And yet, despite the fear they might evoke, clowns have an undeniable charm. Their ability to connect with an audience, to draw out laughter and joy, is a testament to their craft. So while they may be the stuff of nightmares for some, for others, clowns are a source of endless fascination and delight. They remind us that life is full of surprises, and sometimes it's the unexpected that brings the most joy. As the curtain falls and the makeup comes off, we're left with a sense of wonder. Clowns, with their makeup and mischief, leave an indelible mark on our imaginations. So next time you see a clown, remember the artistry, the unpredictability, and the joy they bring. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see them in a new light. Now, you might be surprised to learn that clowns haven't always been associated with birthday parties and circus tents. In fact, their history is a lot more complex and, dare I say, a little bit creepy. For centuries, clowns have played the role of the fool, the jester, the trickster. They were there to entertain, yes, but also to challenge authority and poke fun at the powerful. Think Shakespearean fools or the court jesters of old. But somewhere along the way, clowns took a turn for the sinister. Maybe it was the rise of horror movies and creepy characters like Pennywise from It. Or maybe it's just that those painted smiles started to feel a little too forced, a little too off. Whatever the reason, clowns have become a staple of the horror genre, popping up in our nightmares and haunting our waking thoughts. And let's be real, who hasn't had a nightmare about a creepy clown at least once in their life? Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. So we've talked about clowns, their makeup, their history, and their penchant for the creepy. Clowns have been a part of our cultural fabric for centuries, bringing joy and laughter to countless audiences. From the jesters of medieval courts to the colourful performers of modern circuses, clowns have always had a unique place in entertainment. Their exaggerated features, bright costumes, and slapstick humour are designed to make us laugh, to bring a sense of whimsy and fun. But there's another side to clowns, a darker side that can evoke feelings of unease and fear. This duality is what makes clowns such fascinating and complex characters. But what happens when the fear of clowns goes beyond a simple dislike or a fleeting shiver down the spine? What if the sight of a clown triggers a deep, visceral reaction, one that is hard to control and even harder to understand? This is where the line between discomfort and phobia becomes clear. For some, the fear of clowns is not just a mild aversion, but a debilitating condition that can affect their daily lives. It's a fear that can be triggered by the mere thought of a clown, let alone an actual encounter. That's where coulrophobia comes in. Coulrophobia is the term used to describe an intense and irrational fear of clowns. It's a specific phobia, much like the fear of spiders, arachnophobia, or the fear of heights, acrophobia. But what makes coulrophobia particularly interesting is how it taps into the very elements that are supposed to make clowns endearing. The exaggerated features, the unpredictable behaviour, the bright and often garish costumes. All these elements can become sources of terror for someone with coulrophobia. Coulrophobia, my friends, is the intense and irrational fear of clowns. It's a condition that can cause significant distress and anxiety. People with coulrophobia may experience a range of symptoms, from mild discomfort to full-blown panic attacks. These symptoms can be triggered by anything from seeing a clown in person to watching a clown on television, or even just thinking about clowns. The fear can be so overwhelming that it interferes with a person's ability to function in everyday situations. And I'm not talking about a mild aversion to their antics. For those with coulrophobia, the fear is real and often debilitating. It's not just about feeling uneasy or uncomfortable, it's about experiencing a profound sense of dread and terror. This fear can manifest in various ways, from physical symptoms like sweating and trembling to emotional responses like intense anxiety and panic. It's a fear that can be difficult to explain to others, especially to those who see clowns as harmless and entertaining. I'm talking full-blown panic attacks, cold sweats, and the overwhelming urge to run screaming in the opposite direction. For someone with coulrophobia, encountering a clown can trigger a fight-or-flight response, leading to symptoms like rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, and an overwhelming sense of fear. These reactions are not just psychological, they are physical and can be incredibly distressing. The fear can be so intense that it feels like a matter of life and death, even though the person knows on some level that the clown poses no real threat. For people with coulrophobia, even the thought of encountering a clown can be terrifying. It's not just about seeing a clown in person, it's about the anticipation, the fear of the unknown. The mere idea of a clown can be enough to trigger anxiety and panic. This fear can be pervasive, affecting various aspects of a person's life. It can make it difficult to enjoy activities that might involve clowns, such as birthday parties, parades, or even certain movies and television shows. The fear can be isolating, making it hard for people to explain their phobia to others who may not understand. And it's not just about the makeup or the costumes. While these elements can certainly contribute to the fear, they are just part of the equation. The real fear often lies in the unpredictability of clowns, their ability to switch from funny to frightening in an instant. It's the sense that beneath the painted smile and colourful exterior, there might be something more sinister lurking. This unpredictability can make clowns seem untrustworthy and even dangerous, adding to the fear and anxiety that people with coulrophobia experience. It's the whole package: the unpredictable behaviour, the exaggerated features, the feeling that something sinister lurks beneath the surface. Clowns are meant to be larger-than-life characters, but for someone with coulrophobia, this larger-than-life presence can be overwhelming and terrifying. The exaggerated features, such as the oversized shoes, the bright red nose, and the wide, painted smile, can seem grotesque and menacing. The unpredictable behaviour, the sudden movements, and the loud, exaggerated actions can add to the sense of fear and unease. It's important to remember that coulrophobia is a real phobia. Just like the fear of spiders or heights, it's not something to be dismissed or taken lightly. Phobias are serious conditions that can have a significant impact on a person's life. They are not just about being scared, they are about experiencing intense and irrational fear that can be difficult to control. Understanding and acknowledging the reality of coulrophobia is the first step in helping those who suffer from it. And it can have a significant impact on people's lives, making it difficult to enjoy things like birthday parties, parades, or even just walking through the park on a sunny day. The fear of encountering a clown can lead to avoidance behaviours, where people go out of their way to avoid situations where clowns might be present. This can limit their social interactions and prevent them from participating in activities they might otherwise enjoy. The impact of coulrophobia can be far-reaching, affecting not just the individual, but also their relationships and overall quality of life. So the next time someone tells you they're afraid of clowns, don't laugh it off. It's easy to dismiss fears that we don't understand, but it's important to remember that phobias are real and can be incredibly distressing for those who experience them. Laughing at someone's fear or dismissing it as silly can make them feel isolated and misunderstood. Instead, try to be empathetic and supportive. Recognize that their fear is real and valid, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Offer them a comforting word, a shoulder to cry on, or maybe just a clown-free zone where they can relax and breathe easy. Sometimes, the best way to help someone with a phobia is to provide a safe and supportive environment where they can feel understood and accepted. Whether it's offering a listening ear, helping them avoid situations that trigger their fear, or simply being there for them, your support can make a big difference. Remember, Empathy and understanding go a long way in helping those who struggle with phobias like coulrophobia. Thank you for watching this episode of Anything Curious. I seriously hope you have a wonderful clown-free day.